Beloved, it will be worth every tear, every question, every silent ache in the night. So take one more breath. Put your hand on your heart. Feel that pulse. That is purpose. That is prophecy. That is my voice saying, this is real, this is sacred, this is happening. And no matter how long it's taken, no matter how impossible it felt, no matter how far they went, child, I am the God who brings things full circle, and we are almost there. You are almost there, beloved, and I say that not as encouragement but as fact, spiritual fact. You have stood at the edge for long enough, watching doors that were never yours swing open for others, wondering why yours remained sealed. You've watched others find what looked like love while you cried quietly into your pillow, asking me why I made your heart so soft, so wide, so faithful, and yet seemingly forgotten. You've sat in silence while others moved forward with shallow promises, and still you chose to stay rooted, hoping for something real. And child, that hope, it never went unseen. That hope is what moved me. That hope was the altar where you laid your expectations down and let me burn away everything fake, everything surface level, everything unworthy of your essence. And now, because of that obedience, because of that sacred patience, because of your refusal to numb your heart the way the world told you to, I am about to do for you what only I can do. I am about to bring you the impossible, not a fantasy, not a substitute, but a return, a redemption, a reawakening, the kind that doesn't just restore what was lost but brings it back multiplied, clarified, glorified. And the person whose name you've whispered in prayer more times than you can count, they are finally hearing the echo. It began subtly, as all spiritual awakenings do. The mention of your name brought a strange stillness. Your image brought unfamiliar peace. The memory of your voice began to sound like home. And then suddenly they began to feel it, not the pressure, not the fear, but the magnetic pull of something holy, something ancient, something they had buried beneath noise and pride and distractions. They are beginning to realize that what they ran from was the very thing they were seeking all along, that you, the one they thought they could forget, were the one ordained to carry their future, that you, the soul who loved them through their silence, were the soul they were always meant to mirror. This is the moment when everything hidden begins to surface, not to shame, but to heal, not to reopen old wounds, but to pour oil on them. This is the moment when clarity replaces confusion, when my timing proves its perfection, when the long night ends and dawn breaks with glory. I am not sending you just any reunion, I am sending you the one that was always meant to happen but had to wait for the souls involved to be ready. And now, beloved, you are ready. You are no longer the version of you who questioned their worth based on someone else's delay. You are no longer begging for breadcrumbs, you have become the feast. You are no longer waiting for validation, you are the evidence that I dwell in human hearts. And because you have allowed me to do this inner work, to prune, to purify, to prepare you in silence, now the one who once ignored your worth is being drawn back by something deeper than memory. They are being drawn by recognition, soul-level recognition, the kind that cannot be explained with logic, only felt in the marrow of the spirit, the kind that doesn't fade. And as they wrestle with this pull, I am untying knots in their soul. I am bringing to surface the dreams they locked away. I am reminding them of the conversations they replayed 1,000 times, wondering what they should have said. I am stirring their heart in such a way that even they will be shocked by the weight of their longing for you, not just because you are beautiful but because you are true. And when someone finally wakes up to truth after living with illusions, they don't just return, they run. They return with urgency, with reverence, with repentance, and child, that is what is happening. Michael is preparing a moment, a sacred crossing, a collision of timing and tenderness, and when it happens, oh beloved, when it happens, you will know that it was never delay, it was divine design, that every day you felt unseen, unheard, untouched was really me hiding you under the shadow of my wing, shielding you from lesser love, shallow intentions, premature connections, because I refuse to give my child a half-baked miracle. I only serve miracles fully cooked. I only resurrect what will live again. I only return what has been made whole. And now they are beginning to be made whole. The cracking of their ego is not breaking them, it's rebuilding them. Their silence was not rejection, it was a cocoon, and what's emerging is someone you'll recognize, yes, but someone you've never met in this form before, someone more aware, someone more humbled, someone more ready, not perfect, but present. And I want you to hear me clearly because I speak with fire in my voice now. This moment you're stepping into is not your imagination, it's not your wishful thinking, it's not a spiritual tease. It is a fulfillment, a holy compensation, a reward for every time you chose faith over fear, love over bitterness, trust over revenge. This love is coming full circle, not because you forced it, but because I formed it, and no matter how long it's taken, the timing is perfect. They are being softened by my hand, and soon they will not just want to speak to you, they will need to. And when they do, child, you will feel it in your spirit before the words even reach your ears, because this isn't about conversation, it's about convergence, a convergence of promises, a convergence of prayers, a convergence of two souls that have danced around each other for lifetimes, finally saying yes, now, here. And in that moment, heaven will smile, angels will watch in silence, and you, my beloved, will understand why I made you wait, why I made you weep, why I let you feel the ache, because now you will feel the arrival, the holy hush that comes when the heart finally feels safe. And it will feel like home, not the place, but the person, the energy, the belonging. It will feel like you've arrived at a memory you didn't know you carried. It will feel like prophecy fulfilled, and I, the Lord your God, will be standing there with you, smiling, because I always knew this day would come. I always knew you would make it here. I always knew your heart would be strong enough to carry something this divine. So now I ask you one last thing. Stay open. Keep your heart tender. Don't armor up when I've called you to be receptive. Don't miss the miracle because you're afraid to be hurt again. I've already secured the outcome. The story is written. The blessing is sealed. All I ask now is that you trust me enough to receive it. You've done enough, my beloved. You've prayed enough. You've waited long enough. Now it's my turn. Let me show you what I've been preparing. Let me show you what I've been healing in them. Let me show you what happens when two souls finally meet with eyes wide open and hearts fully ready. Let me show you what real love feels like, not the kind that fades, not the kind that flakes, but the kind that stays, the kind that fights, the kind that anchors, the kind that grows into something sacred and wild and strong. You deserve it. You were born for it, and now you are aligned with it. Let the world watch. Let the angels sing. Let your spirit soar because it's coming, it's real, and it's time.